Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm Alicia.
I'm Andrew.
And welcome to AA Homestead. We are out in the trails today. We're actually making a new path for our trail today. And we've got some of it yesterday cleared out and we still have more to clear out. So we figured we would bring you along.
Yeah, by more, she means like for the next probably 3 years in the spring. Because this is going to take a long time without one of those bobcat attachments that just chew everything up.
Yeah. So it's about 32 degrees out right now, which, I mean, it's kind of chilly. I wish I would have brought an actual hat, but it is what it is. And just cleaning up a little bit more in the for the new trail that we are making. But I'm going to show you our current trail and how they intersect. I'm not sure if you can tell, but this is our path that comes through our main trail, and it comes around, and this is our new path that comes up through here where Andrew's standing. He's just cleaning out the little sticks here and there. We actually couldn't tell where the trail began because the sticks were in the way. We were out here till dark last night. I mean, we came out about an hour before dark and did a little bit of cleaning up, but we're trying to avoid taking down as many trees as possible in the process. So we're trying to stick to the most open path as possible throughout here. Unfortunately, we did have to take out a couple small trees. I don't know if you can see this one right here. We're leaving the stems or the trunks taller just because later on when we come through, we can take those out and with the roots and everything. And then we kind of turn a little bit and just cutting off some of the side branches. We want to make sure that we have enough room also for the tractor. Get that through here too if we ever need that to get back here. There's another stump here. And not only so we can see them before we pull them, so we don't have any issues with tires if one was to hit one and go flat. But we're working our way through here. This is where we stopped last night, so we got to come through here and clean all this up. Andrew is going to cut up this log. The first part up here we're going to get rid of, but we're going to save the end of the tree down there, use that for firewood. Well, maybe. We're going to put it on the side for now, but he's going to cut it up with his little saw that he's got. So we're trying to be cautious at the same time where we put this trail because we want to be close to our property line as possible, but a little bit further away just because we don't want to annoy the neighbors. We are going to be using this during the hunting season as well to get back for deer hunting. So we have markers. The trees are marked. There's one that's marked, and I don't know if you could see. There's another one that's marked down there, but we realized that they're not really in a line like they should be because down further, you can't see it from here, but there's a really small tree over there that has a marker on it and they just do not fall in line. So I'm thinking what they did was, because there wasn't a tree, they marked the closest tree possible for our property line. So I suggested to Andrew that we could try to follow as close to that as possible, but we should probably stay somewhat more within the bounds to make sure that we're not crossing any lines. We would like to in the future get a surveyor out here to get exactly where our property line is, so there's no miscommunication and we don't have any issues in the future. We have ran into a little bit of a dilemma. We're kind of at a standstill with the direction of the path that we want to take, and I'll show you guys. This is where we're at a standstill. You can see where Andrew's going. That was the main goal. It was to go straight through there, but there is a tree right here. We think it's a cherry tree and we really don't want to take it down, and I suggested we go between these two trees. But the problem we have is because we want to bring the tractor down here, we don't know if there's enough room, and we trying to keep it as much of a straight path as possible for the tractor so it's not so windy. I suggested going through here on the other side of the tree so we don't have to go through here or take that possible cherry tree out. But the problem is that tie there, the orange tie, is where our property line falls, and we're trying to avoid crossing that line. And if we go here, then we potentially cross that, and we don't want any issues. We are trying to come up with a plan where we don't have to take any trees down. Like I said, we're trying to avoid that as much as possible. I would prefer especially a cherry tree, but if that's something we have to do, then we have to do it, of course. But we will talk about it and see what we can come up with, because it's easier to go straight, but then the tree has to come down. But that's the most clear path and straight path, so we'll figure it out. We have spent quite some time discussing the next step of what we want to do and how we want to create this path and where we want to go. Of course, the tree that we wanted to save, I think we're ultimately going to take that down. We've come up with multiple options, and that just seems like the best option. Of course, we could go around it, but in order to go around it, then we would have to take out at least 3 other trees, and to save 1 tree or save 3 trees, it seemed best to save 3 trees, and also it's a direct path to where we originally wanted to go. So we're gonna go with that, and of course I'll go ahead and show you guys. Our goal for right now is to make it to this tree. You can see that it's quite open. We have to take care of that branch, of course we will, and we were going further out just to see what was back there. I mean, we've been back there before. The last time we took you out, that's the way that we went, just to kind of get an idea. We can go past a little bit further back there, but we're just keeping a goal right now to get to this tree before we make any serious decisions. The reason why we are waiting before we go past this tree is because we really want to get the property surveyed. There are ties on trees that give us an idea of where our property line falls, but the problem that we're realizing is that the trees that aren't marked are very staggered back and forth. And I think what happened was when someone came out and had this surveyed, They were just tying to trees that were closest to the property line. And we are pretty much following the property line, at least for the most part, until we get further back. So we're kind of nervous to follow what the property technically is right now, because we don't want to get too close and then go over the property line. So we're gonna go as far as that tree that I just showed you, and we might stop there, maybe go a little bit further, because past that there's two small pine trees, and then it opens up quite a bit past that. So I think that we might go past that, and then we'll have to figure on later after the survey of our property, and then figure out from there. This is the path that we've decided. You can see the UTV. We are coming straight through here. That's the tree that we were talking about that we may think it's a cherry tree. Honestly, we don't know a lot about trees right at all, so we don't really know. If you know, let us know in the comments below. But unfortunately, that is the tree that is going to be coming out, or else we would have to take this one out. There's one behind that tree that we would have to take out, and then this one would have to go. And I know they're not technically trees, but they still provide a lot of coverage, and we would like to try to keep as much coverage as possible. Andrew and I noticed while we were coming up with the path to get to the tree, big tree behind me, and we noticed on the trail too, the main trail down there, I don't know if you can tell on here, but there's actually a path that already goes through here, and we weren't sure about it. We've discussed maybe there is and there isn't, which is fine that this is here. We may or may not use it. And it leads up to that tree there that I showed you earlier, and it's a nice path. I don't mind it, mind being here. I don't mind using it. Of course, we wouldn't be able to get the tractor through here, so it would only be the UTV. Now that we know what way we're going to go, we are going to start cleaning up that area that I showed you and take that tree out. And then I think we're pretty much going to be done for the day, but let's go ahead and start that process. We're getting pretty close to being done. We've cleared up that one area. We're actually been discussing a little bit more. We're thinking that we're going to be able to save that one tree, which is great news. I've been really trying to avoid taking that tree out. What's going to save that tree is if we cut this extended limb out here instead, which I like the look of it. I'm kind of sad, but if we can save that tree, then I'm okay with that. And to be honest, we're not really sure if it's even alive. Sometimes it's so hard to tell, especially right now. We're getting into, we're not spring yet, but going to spring, and sometimes trees just don't look good right now, especially with the branches. Some of them are broken. There's nothing growing on it, so it's really hard to tell. But I'll be really happy if we can save that. But we just cut some limbs that were coming out. We got to clean those limbs up, and then we got to take care of that big branch on that big tree and get that taken down, and then we're pretty much done for the day. And we're thinking what we're gonna do is use the UTV. It's got a winch on it, so we're gonna attach it to that branch and then winch it right out of here. We don't think it needs to be cut or anything. It looks like it's just kind of hanging there, so which is good. I don't have to worry about Andrew getting up there and doing any sort of cutting with the chainsaw. Yeah, you'll fit. Good.
Should be clear, right?
Yeah, you're clear. You just have this little stump here.
Is there another one?
They're all really small after that. I think you're good now. Of that one up there. This one here.
Yeah.
Let me get in front of you. Nice, he fits.
Okay, that's good. And then do that. Free spool. Then I'm gonna need you to start this, and then we'll have to start feeding it in, okay? Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get out of the way here, and then why don't you get inside so you have the safety of the... Go ahead.
Want me to do it?
Sure. I would start it though, so it doesn't, you have extra charge on the battery going on. Just keep your hands and feet in there. Hang on a second. Yeah, it might. Yeah, go ahead. Yep, go ahead and try that. Parking brake's on. Okay, hold on. Okay, awesome. Go ahead and pull forward.
Pull forward?
Yeah, sure. That's good. Okay, so now we got to get that winch situated, and then we'll cut this thing up.
Sounds good. great news, the branch is down. It was a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be. So the next step is to cut it up, and then we're going to put it aside like all the rest of the stuff that we have, and then just clean this area up a little bit more, and then we should be done for the day. You're ready to go. No. While we were cleaning up, I found this cool Pepsi bottle. It had a stick in it, so I was thinking that someone put it on the tree and then eventually the branch broke and it fell on the ground. That was, yeah, old Pepsi bottle from Mexico. I think it was one of those specialty drinks there that you could get for a while. I just thought that was neat. We got that big branch all cut up. We've got it to the sides now. You can see that we've got all this cleared up into here where the big tree is. Now, like I said, we mentioned we have an idea where we want to go, but we're just happy that we got this done for now. Just wanted to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with us in the woods today and making a new path with us. We really appreciate it, and we hope that you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, we, as you probably know, we do not have a brush hog. We have a tractor, but yeah, brush hogs, you know, those aren't free. So we're trying to do it all by hand. I'm not sure what we're gonna do when we get that way, so I don't know. You probably saw it in one of our other videos. I'm actually trying to get that one out now. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go back and you can see us walking around trying to determine what we're gonna do for the trail. But thanks for watching this one, and we'll keep trying to bring more to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I put chili in the crock pot. It sounds really good, but first we gotta put firewood on the porch because we're running low on fire. But I do have a question for you, Andrew. Who are you rooting for the Super Bowl?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just kidding, by the way.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
All right, yep, take care.